Rap Roundtable.
Yeah, so Sincere texted me last night. He mentioned something about a Twitter post, and I responded to Sin saying that it's wrong because Jay-Z's not there. And Sin dubbed my shit, son.
Yeah, I sure did.
So once again,
because that wasn't at all the issue. You wanted to shoehorn Hove into the conversation.
But
it's not always all about Hove, bro. It's not.
But it is though.
No, man.
How do you just I'm not trying to date you, bro. You can't just leave me on red.
All right.
Like,
Hey, yo, pause. Where did that conversation just go?
Bro, like
what happened there?
Listen, I thought we were bros. Like, you just gonna dump my shit? You couldn't
Listen,
get me the fuck out of here, bro.
It was admittedly, it was late. And I was doing a couple other things,
Right.
but then I saw it and I was like, this doesn't deserve a response. Because I mean, we were talking about other things and you want to just shoehorn Hove in it. Like,
the correct answer is Hove.
nah.
And the winner is Hove.
It was for those of you catching this conversation midway. It was about flows. Matter of fact, let me go dig it up.
Yeah, they're gonna crazy.
It was some picture on Twitter of who has the best flow of the four pictures, and it was Big, Kendrick, Andre 3000, and what's his name?
ASAP Rocky.
ASAP. Thank you. Sorry. And ASAP Rocky. And I'm like, out of those four, Big, Kendrick, Andre, and ASAP, my response was like, how's this even a question?
Right.
Right? And so I sent it to Jov, and I said, yo, bro, like, I hate Twitter sometimes because how is this even a question?
Okay.
And here you come. That's right, because Hove's not even in the pic.
What's wrong with what I said?
But we're going on the picture that I sent you. For them to even pose this question, if Big is in the picture, then he's the winner.
You right.
Even if Hove was in the picture, he's still the winner, bro.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know about
man.
that. I don't know about that. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 26 of the Rap Roundtable is here. I had to get that sincere because, I don't appreciate being ignored. But anyway, to my left, the rap snob.
What up?
Jeray is in the building. Special guest. What's good? Friend of the show. She's family.
She's
family, not
She's
friends.
she's not even a guest.
Family. You right. You right. I like
she's part of the round table.
Absolutely. Let's
Extended
talk
fam.
about it. You know what I mean? And of course, we have our resident misogynist, Dini the Balance. Welcome.
May the force be with you.
Tonight's entertainment.
Fellas, it's good to be back. I like the fact that Dini didn't push back against his title. You are what you are.
I just live a good life. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Can I interject?
As
Fellas,
you
it's
should.
good to be back. Fellas, it's good to be back.
That's
And
awesome.
Jeray.
Women's History Month. Fellas, it's good to be back.
Listen, this muscle memory. It's always guys at the table. What do you want from me?
I see what type of night it's gonna be.
Okay.
I don't know if you want that
You getting
problem.
checked already?
I don't know if you want that problem.
It's early.
I got Tom and Amigo tonight, bro.
It's not even March yet.
Tough.
See, that's why we don't invite y'all to the round. Now, let me stop.
I wasn't supposed to.
Whoa.
Wait, I'm having a delayed reaction.
We're in a
'cause I'm
beautiful vibe. We're in a
That's
beautiful
why we don't
vibe.
invite y'all. Oh, buddy, am I gonna have to stand up tonight?
Not at all, madam. Not at all.
I'm gonna have to talk like
man.
this all night.
Listen, you can find the Rap Round Table.
Let me turn off my
I'm
energy.
shitting on your lawn tonight.
Wow, man. Manure, y'all. You can find the Rap Round Table on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Yes.
YouTube,
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Tap in with us. Get familiar. Listeners, again, we always say it. Don't be selfish. The shares are the key. Also, I'm telling y'all off the rip, we have a consistent core listener base. We want to get to know y'all. Shoot us a comment. Shoot us an email. Let us know so we can connect with y'all as we build this thing more because it's growing. It's expanding rather rapidly. So don't miss the boat. But anyway, tonight we're talking a little 6ix9ine. I'm sorry, Sin. Talking a little Meek. Talking a little Bobby. A little Kanye. So the table is loaded. And of course, we discussing the women's side of the force on Women's History Month. There
Yes,
you go,
we are.
Jeray.
Yes,
There you
we
go,
are.
Thank
Jeray.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's redeemable.
Let's get into it, though.
Oh, by the time y'all hear this, March is his.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. 6ix9ine.
Oh boy.
He's doing his thing once again, right? Clearly, he has a project on the way. I'm seeing a Showtime documentary, right? I'm seeing a lot of Shade Room posts. I'm seeing a viral moment with Meek Mill. So I'm gonna come to our guest first here. not necessarily reporting on the news, but what do you think about once again 6ix9ine controlling the narratives in hip hop?
I hate to go back to this, but it's white privilege. You know, he checks off white. He's Mexican, but he checks off white.
Ooh.
That's a fact. Look it up.
Hot.
I just, 6ix9ine is so, we all know he's a rat. We all know what it is, but yet our culture keeps giving him light, giving him shine. For what reason?
I don't know.
I'm wondering, are you paying the shade room, or is it just getting them more likes, more clicks, more shares?
So you think it's clicks over what's righteous right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this early. I like Meek's music, but Meek, the person, Meek, the persona, can't stand him.
Save it. We coming in.
So
I got to talk about Meek.
So that whole interaction, just when we get there.
Deanie, culturally, bro, you saw the video. They were in the same spot. Then Meek and 6ix9ine ends up in the parking lot looking like Vince McMahon produced that whole situation because it was too linear. Everybody was standing in the right spot. Linear. You know what I'm saying? What did you think when you saw it, and what did you think in the aftermath?
It made me question Meek, because I'm like, let's say the whole thing was fabricated. Like, would Meek play his role in this? Would Meek WWF it out? Because I'm like, he looked like he was a deer caught in the headlights. Could 6ix9ine really just be somewhere low-key creeping and Meek not know? And then Meek had no real security, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
where's the entourage? Like, where's the groups? Meek don't really go nowhere without the team.
True. The kind of people that was next to him was not the people we are used to seeing next to Meek.
Police looking type dude, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
it was just weird. It was weird seeing it. 6ix9ine is bugging all the way out though, bro. Your man is doing some real dangerous stuff out here. Like,
how's he not getting touched?
Because of that Fed work, bro. But I mean, the way you can't disrespect the dead. That's a Chicago thing, really.
Right.
With the whole disrespecting the dead thing, that's not really a New York thing. But bro, he's just disrespectful though, man. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Real comfortable to be disrespectful on a keyboard, knowing that even if you want to say that it's not the feds around me, if anyone touches him, it's automatically the biggest case in the nation news-wise.
Yeah.
Huge.
Because I believe that people are still watching him. I think he is a magnet for issues. Like, I expect that. Say now, if you run down on 6ix9ine right now and you snuff him, someone is in a car a few blocks up, saw the whole thing that has a badge and a shield and a gun and all of that. I don't trust 6ix9ine, the personality, the individual. I don't trust 6ix9ine for hip hop. I'm super concerned about why he's even allowed to have a voice. That's really where I'm at now. Like, granted, it's a free country and all of that. I don't mean to sound like a communist, but in hip hop, I feel like we need to censor 6ix9ine. Send, like, what's up, bro?
Listen, let it be known who was the first person at this table to say fuck 6ix9ine. Who was it?
It was you, bro.
It was me.
You. Shout out to True.
It was absolutely me at True's table in the little basement joint where we started out. I've been saying it from the gate. I'm gonna say to this day, nothing has changed. Fuck 6ix9ine, his whole energy. I hated it from the jump. Y'all motherfuckers was trying to give him a little rope here and there, a little slack.
Why you gotta say y'all motherfuckers?
I'm just saying, because now y'all tight at the energy that he's bringing to hip hop. And I from jump, I was like, yo, hip hop does not need this energy in the least. So just let it be known out there.
Yo,
I've been on the ball.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, the nerve of you. Showtime gives this man a documentary or a docu-series. Granted, we understand Showtime doesn't have a dog in this fight. It's all business for them. Are we watching this documentary at all? Across the panel.
Hell no.
Okay, no. I know Sincere's not watching. Oh, wait, are you watching this?
Fuck Showtime too.
Oh, okay.
Y'all catching these bullets too, man.
Deanie, you tapping in at all?
I mean, I didn't watch the video that he just dropped, so I'm not gonna watch the documentary. But the free world will watch the documentary.
It's such low hanging fruit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like there's so many, like if the execs at Showtime would do a modicum of the work that they're paid to do, they could find somebody that's deserving of a documentary, that deserves to be their story told, to have their story told, that would just be a better thing for for hip hop, for music, for the to just be like, yo, 6ix9ine, let's do a documentary. We know people are gonna click and watch because people are sheep. It's such low hanging fruit, man. I'm disappointed. I mean, not really disappointed. It is what it is. People are gonna do what's gonna get clicks and streaming numbers. But fuck out of here, Showtime. Get off my lawn. Early.
Absolutely.
Early.
I feel like them giving him this documentary and 6ix9ine, the way he's talking, he's really trying to position himself as some type of victim here.
As a martyr.
As a
almost.
martyr, yeah. Like, bro, I understand that the gang stuff and all of that, whatever happened. I get that. But you knew the fiscal stakes involved. You were complicit. You were a willing participant. So therefore, you can never be a victim. I don't believe that. I don't like his energy. I don't even like how he approached me. Oh, you with this person, you with that person. They do all this talking, and when they see me, they don't do nothing. Like, bro, you are not open season.
I mean, it makes sense.
You're not
when you
sanctioned
think about it,
on
bro.
any level.
It makes sense when you think about it. Like, if you think about it from a perspective as one individual got how many people locked up? Like how many people, like, that's a lot of members of the set, you know what I'm saying, that got caught up. So they looking at it like he's a cash cow.
Right.
We use this one guy to lock up a bunch of guys. He's baiting a whole bunch of people in the game. So if anybody reacts, that's just more. And you got to think too. He's making like all type of authority. They don't even got to do homework no more. Everything's laid out on the table now. He's a camaraderie.
He's
for them.
basically a witness protection, but in plain view. It's like a first of its kind,
But like a walking indictment also, because if you even breathe on him, you're gonna get that work.
Facts. Have you ever read 6ix9ine's comments to see the kind of people who respond to his music, like the blue checks that are involved in what he does? There are a bunch of randos, people I don't even know why they have verified accounts. They're
Ty.
not,
Love you, bro.
Oh well, Ty, man,
That's my guy.
Man, Ty, you disappoint me.
It's my guy. We'll cut it out, bro.
I mean, like, man, look, you try to get me in trouble. I'm not even gonna say that.
That's my guy.
He's my guy, but
cut
Ty,
that out, bro.
But
We don't need you on that.
it's a bunch of random, non-essential people to any kind of culture who have verified accounts. It's like everything about 6ix9ine just screams a bot. But Meek, though, I'm starting to really get annoyed with Meek yet again. Meek has reached a level coming out of jail, standing next to Jay-Z. He's reached a level of fame that I won't call him a superstar, but he's a big deal. But he still feels like he's the neighborhood knucklehead who can't get himself out of trouble. Why is he even exchanging with Meek, Dini?
We live in the world, like it's like the Truman Show in real life now. Everything is about the visuals. So, Meek Mill came up off the roots of being a gangster. And now we have this colorful kid who's perpetrating the gangster. But there's no gangsters that's on him, Like when back in our days, like the gangsters would have been on him.
Right.
Like that wouldn't have been able to last for too long. But today, like this kid's able to do it freely. He's on boats, he's in clubs, he's in neighborhoods taking pictures. He just moves really comfortably like we've never seen anybody move while talking crazy like that. So,
Right.
and Meek is actually in a position now where people are like, what are you gonna do? And he's not Meek anymore, you know what I'm saying?
But he still wants to move like he's Meek.
But most gangsters want to move like they was gangsters still.
Does he have any type of publicist at all? Because it's like,
talk about it.
I mean, with Meek, it's like it's always like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like it just, like he has the potential, like you said. Like he's not a superstar. Now he's not quite a household name, but he can get there if he just learns how to move a little bit better. The records are there. He's got records. He's got records with Hove. He got records with Rick Ross. He's got joints that, like, years down the line, we're gonna throw them on and be like, "Yo, this was a classic."
Remember, I was talking to you about, if you look at Meek Mill's resume, he's kind of a big deal.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He should be there.
What makes him not a superstar? He's in all the superstar doors.
You don't have the album. That's the one thing.
Well, he don't
have the one
Nightmares, you don't
definitive
give him
album.
that?
He don't have the album,
and
but
Nightmares?
also
Nah, that's not it, bro. Championships is closer to it, though.
I really feel like his knucklehead moves outside of the music is hampering it. Like it's like Achilles.
That's
Achilles
always the
heel.
way it is. Like most people, when you come in the door with something, like when all else fails, you always go back to what you known for. You know what I'm saying? The gangster persona gets you a lot of weight in hip hop.
Yeah, but
That's why. Now, hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you go, but hold on. Because this is gonna be a moment, and I don't want you to make a big deal about it, Jarv.
boy.
But that's why Hove is such an anomaly, because of the stature and everything that he's been able to build.
Mm-hmm.
You know, despite where he came from, and despite that he could have gone down that knucklehead road,
Right.
he made all the right moves. They were probably scrupulous moves,
Flawless transition.
right? But you know what I mean? That's why Hove is who he is. All right, that's it.
I like that. I'm gonna snip that. Go ahead, Jerry. So you set the tone early. You felt like you had some things to get off your chest about Meek. What is that about?
Pretty much to piggyback off everything Sin said.
We do that.
It's sad to watch him. You had Hove guide you. You had him show you the way, open the door for you, and you just was like, not yet.
Ross too.
This looks
Like,
nice, but I'll be back.
But
Nah,
yeah,
bro,
that's-
Give
nah,
Ross
Ross
his
is-
credit. Ross
nah,
never
Ross
gets the
is-
credit for that. But back to what you were saying.
as far as
mentoring
his got you.
maturation. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely a big part of that. Back to what you were saying.
he's afraid to mature. That's the thing. Like from his
That's
personal
deep.
life, everything. I know y'all can say what y'all want. We all have seen Justin LeBoy's memes.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus
And Meek
Christ.
lives in his comments. For what reason?
I don't know.
You can't even get on here and say nothing about nothing. I kind of lost respect for Meek on a personal level. I mean, I don't know the dude, but personally, because he has a baby by Milano who already has a bag, her own bag, and you fumble that, and then you're back to Justin LeBoy's comments. Like, you're whack.
He fumbled two major bags, Nicki and then
Right.
Milano. Jeez.
That was like how it's not. They're not the problem. You're the common denominator here. It's you.
Ooh, Rami, get it together.
And then
Entertainment
you-
will highlight the failures.
There's a level of arrested development with Meek, I think. Like, he's just stuck in a place, in a particular age of maturity that is just preventing him from getting to the spot he should be at.
So let's
He
Money
doesn't have
Mitch.
the right team.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that he's afraid of leaving his former self behind? Like the hood Rami?
Yes.
He's Money Mitch, bro.
Because what does he have to stand on?
Like, will the game still love Meek if Meek goes full on? You know what I'm saying?
But if you standing next to the dude who showed you
But
that
Jay
you
made
can
a
move
transition.
on, and the hood is still gonna love you, bro.
Jay's
No,
not Meek.
Jay
Meek's not Jay.
transitioned.
Yeah.
It wasn't black and white.
Yeah, but you gotta start somewhere.
I mean, he was gray. When he got out of jail and he was doing all the reform stuff, he was gray. That was the time to start making a transition. But then his music started to suffer. Because nobody
You think
really
so?
nobody really wanted to hear, nobody wants to hear
mature
positive
Meek?
Meek. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that.
But
We wanna-
championships rang off, and he had the joint with Drake that went crazy.
Okay, too.
And
He
with
released
Fab.
the whole album. It came and went.
Damn.
It kind of did.
I mean,
I
it made
dug
a little
it.
splash.
Had some joints on it though.
Yeah.
And I did
Y'all speaking
appreciate
facts though.
Yeah, I did appreciate that he stepped up his level of maturity on that
Absolutely.
album. I was like, oh, okay. I like hearing this stuff from me.
We like hearing this stuff from him.
Right.
But the impact wasn't felt by the younger demographic.
How old is Meek?
He's in his early 30s, like 32, 33.
So he
somewhere
might just
around
be stuck in that, like I kind of want to reach the older heads, but I kind of want to still reach the knuckleheads and get their support.
But at some point, you gotta lean into whatever you want to be.
Of course.
next. You gotta
Right.
you gotta pick a side, bro.
Yeah.
Once Hove dropped Change Clothes back in 03, that was it. That was it. We understood where he was going, what we wanted.
yeah, took off the jersey,
Jay-Z.
put on the button up.
But Hove
Jigga,
don't have to
Iceberg
pick a
Slim.
side
That
though.
guy's dead now.
Right.
It's
He grew
S. Dot
up.
Carter.
But Hove don't have to pick a side because Hove could come out tomorrow and drop a
Nah,
record
but
like
he
that.
did when he dropped Change Clothes. That was
That
him
was his
choosing his
transition.
side.
03. That was
You're right. But when I'm talking about, he still comes back with those records though.
But he can.
Does he though?
I mean,
No.
what's the name of the drink we're pushing?
Drug Dealers Anonymous.
That was
but that's
nice.
He'll talk that talk.
Yeah,
but
tap dance in there.
It's not that first person perspective that he
right.
used to be though.
No,
That is
it's like
true.
anecdotal.
There you go. It's
You
a
know what I
highlight.
mean?
It's highlighting the
basically
life.
Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. That's what
And
it
Meek
is.
is still going through that.
Yeah.
So he didn't get the message.
Meek's been fumbling a
He
lot of
wants
bags,
to go
man.
through that. That's what it is.
Read the memo,
But
Meek.
why?
Look at Casanova. Like, learn, bro. Like, y'all was all Rock Nation. This dude's gonna go sit for a second.
At the brunch.
You know what I'm saying? At the brunch. Now
Suited
you in
and
the
booted.
feds, bro. Y'all gotta leave
Damn
this
it.
hood shit. I look at me, civilian job. I understand, but once you get a bag, once you've used that hood shit to get to the bag, you beat the game.
Elevate, man.
You beat the game. It's
Sidewalk
time-
it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Stay out the streets.
Your
Sidewalk it.
bike
Be a
and
sidewalk nigga.
Right.
Facts.
Play a new game. You beat this one. How you revert back? You know what I'm saying? But we can't keep talking about that.
Yeah.
On a brighter note, Bobby Shmurda, after multiple false starts, is home. We lost Pop
Capo.
Smoke. Rest in peace. I'm not saying it's a trade-off, but at least New York has two people to hold on to now. Rowdy's home, Bobby's home. Maybe where the sound is, this grime drill energy that's going on right now. I think this is perfect timing. This is serendipity, Sin.
I hope so. I hope so.
It kills me when I hear Pop. I'm like, damn, look at the music, the magic that would have been made with these guys. But I think the way I hear Rowdy spitting, the music he's made since he came home, not for Sin, I understand, but for the demographic, for the genre, Bobby's out now. I'm excited for the future. Are you excited at all about Bobby, Sin?
I'm happy he's home.
Okay.
I don't, we got enough of our people.
They don't always have to be boom bap, bro.
No, I'm just saying like, on a more like
Personal level?
not even somewhat personal, but like more societal level.
Okay.
I'm happy he's home. There's enough of us, behind the
joint.
bars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But musically, like, I know he
Don't
had
do
that.
it, Sam.
No,
Don't do it.
He had the one smash, and it's a smash. Like I love that song. Like
Son, he
anytime.
got 4 joints. He got 2 platinum and 2 gold, son.
Bobby Bitch was another joint.
All right, Bob.
Computers.
Fine.
Computers ring off crazy.
Maybe
all
I
these.
just,
You do.
maybe I
Hot
just
nigga.
wasn't tapped in. Maybe I just wasn't tapped in.
were.
You
But
weren't,
like,
bro.
You were.
all right, I'll just say I'll take that.
Pause.
I'll take that out.
What is this noise? That's what you were doing. Jeray, how do you feel about Bobby coming home?
Nah, but
Bobby's home.
Let me just finish my
Oh,
point.
this guy.
I hope
Jeray
he
gonna
comes
fight you
home.
before this episode's
I hope he
over,
comes
bro.
Second
home.
time.
I hope he comes home and makes some fire music. That's
Say
it.
that.
Go ahead.
That you won't listen to. Go ahead, Jeray.
Oh, is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Proceed, madam.
I feel the same. I'm not gonna say I'm a huge Bobby Shmurda fan, but what I do respect about him is he did his time quietly, and he did time for his man
Salute.
quietly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what
that.
you should do. If you commit a crime and you get caught up, you got to do what you got to do. And he took it like a G, came home like a G. Now I want to see them. He said he's never going back to jail. I
Right.
saw him quote that somewhere. So if that's the way he feels, like I said, I want to see the music step up. I want to see his personality step up. At this point, all he needs is one good hot joint, and that'll start the transition for him. That'll put him in the gray area.
That's a fact.
Ah, yes.
Bang. There we go. And
That's a fact.
it'll propel him to go the other way. I think a lot of these rappers have these opportunities that are presented to them, and they just fumble the ball, Meek, all the time. I want to see somebody actually learn
Go
from
in.
it. You don't want to go back to jail. Let's see what you do to stay out.
Absolutely. Talk about it. Talk about it. Dini, you are the person who was the closest to this vibe, bro. Take us inside that.
You see me, I'm happy right now.
What's the vibes like knowing that Bobby is back?
All right, first of all, rude boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
50 pounds of oxtails on the come home, bro.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Bobby.
That
Shout
was
out
like
to
$1
all the
million
yachties.
for that. That was mad 50 pounds of oxtail.
And in a pandemic,
Holy shit. Mad bread.
that's a couple of dollars.
You know they threw the money for that event.
Check it out. To piggyback off what Jeray said, the story behind Bobby Shmurda doing the time, standing tall, Roddy doing his time, him taking more time so Roddy can do less time. It just that is a story for two brothers to come out and just. It's the red carpet is y'all or the blue carpet, whatever y'all are. The carpet is
It's
y'all's.
blue.
You know what I'm saying? The carpet is y'all's. All y'all need now is just the music. It's all just music now.
Okay.
Y'all got the people, y'all got the energy, y'all got the vibe. Shout out to Rowdy. That Jesse Owens joint is fire. We just need music now. That Sin will listen to.
Do you anticipate them trying to revert back to what they were doing sonically before they went to go sit? Or do you expect some more of that grime drill energy coming from them?
Bro, it's been 7 joints. You know what I'm saying? I expect to get, look, as soon as Roddy came out, we got drilly kind of joints. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I expect them to give us what they think is the sound today, but in their way. That's the way music works today. No one's basically original anymore. Everyone just takes what's out there and just flips it the way they want to flip it. You know what I'm saying?
I ask you that because it sounds like Bobby whole twang changed in jail. He sounds a little country sometimes. Like when he's on the phone and some of the things I've heard, he doesn't sound like the Bobby who went to jail.
So
I'm wondering, what are we gonna get musically from Bobby coming out? I don't expect him to drill it at all. I think he might go a whole other route.
He for all we know, he could have wrote 7 years of music. His whole flow could have changed up. He could have been listening to music in there, doing his thing with the times, and just kept adapting. We haven't heard nothing.
True.
Like we only heard Roddy when he was in the joint on Pop's joint. R.I.P. Pop.
And you knew what time he was already. We knew he was coming out drilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, that's fair. I'm excited for Bobby being home.
Facts.
I remember what the city was like when he took off, and he was another one of those people who were like, every time New York got one, something happened and took him away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So to see him now get this restart and the people are fully behind him, I'm excited. I like where our city is musically right now as far as being relevant. Maybe not the sound that we were used to, but we are relevant right now.
We are on the scope.
And I think we have 2 people who are going to be able to make us grab the keys and dare someone to come take it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they have the vibes behind them. They got the street energy behind them. They have the white people behind them. I'm excited to see what GS9 does next.
I'll take Brooklyn Drill over Atlanta Trap.
Talk about it.
Any day
Let's talk
of the week
about
and an extra Monday.
You gonna woo walk one day? Are you gonna do it?
And I love Atlanta Trap, and that's a big deal. But he's talking some facts.
I'll watch a YouTube tutorial and learn how to do that shit.
Yo, Kanye West,
Sin Woo Walker. We need that.
Yo,
we need
that's
that.
a gift in the making.
We need that.
Look, even if we don't get the music, Bobby, welcome home. We're glad you're back.
Absolutely.
Proceed, bro. Stand tall.
Kanye might have escaped the Sunken place, y'all. You know, the narratives are trying to paint it as though Kim was fed up and all this and that. Listen, black people were fed up or are fed up with the Kardashians. We have been for a long time. We want Kanye back. Thank you for rejecting him. Thank you, Kanye, for having the vision. I'm jumping the gun. Thank you, Kanye, for having the vision.
You think this is Kanye's doing?
I'm giving Kanye all the credit for escaping the Sunken place.
$20 million later?
You realize what it is. $20 million to him is not $20 million to us, okay? Kanye, you're out. You know, whatever you want to do musically, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that you're away. Leave the directional names alone. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful.
But did he want to escape the Sunken place?
Kanye.
He might have wanted to stay there, and there was
don't listen to Sin, Kanye.
Kim was like, nah, you gotta go.
You escaped.
What if that was all a part of the plan?
Pick up the phone, Kanye. See, they trying to interrupt me. Pick up the phone, Kanye. Call Amber Rose. Make all things right with the Force.
Oh my God.
It has not been the same since 2009. 2010. Call Amber.
Not gonna want him either.
We need
Amber
those
Rose
fantasies
got a
dark and
new
twisted
baby.
again.
Kanye. Call Amber.
New man.
No, listen.
No.
Call
Listen. No.
Two
no.
babies later.
The greatest album you ever made, she was your muse.
Yes, because she didn't want him
Call Amber.
either.
Blame Game 2. I need that. I need all of it. Go ahead, Sin. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, man. Like I've said it already on this table. I think
Say it again.
I think his time is done, man. Like he had like
Whoa. You saying Kanye's finished?
Bro, I've said this
Kid says it every week, bro.
on this table a number of times.
But you always leave like a little like.
I leave a sliver, and I could still leave a sliver, but like the majority of it, like that's not changing for me. Like he had his run. It's one of the most amazing, impeccable runs in hip hop history. As far as like, you know what I mean? As far as producers. Who ended up rapping, like there's Dr. Dre and then him. and that their catalogs are like honestly neck and neck, right? I would possibly give the edge to Kanye. He's had his run, and he was able to merge the different realms of hip hop, the underground realm with the mainstream Rockefeller realm, right?
But you don't think,
But-
hold on. You don't think that escaping the sunken place
Could
creates a new hope for Kanye?
I don't want to put myself.
You don't feel that shift in the force?
Exactly.
No, I don't.
You don't feel the
The
midichlorians?
force didn't awake for you? No?
No, man. Like I
Jeray.
think
No? What's going on here?
I feel like he was in the sunken place, and he still is in the sunken place.
Wow.
He's the person.
he's been
He's
there
not
too
himself.
long.
Yeah, he's not himself. He's the guy that when Lakeith Stanfield had his picture taken and get out, and his nose bled. It's like, we know you're in there, yay. Come back.
Josh, is Kanye back? No? Damn.
Wow.
Damn. Deanie, help me.
Listen, man, in the era where we got Nas and Hov that's like 50 years old spitting crack, it's never really over nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Deanie the balance.
Sometimes you can be older and sometimes that can be some of your best work. Like Nas gave us some great work this year. Great work.
Facts.
Hit Boy revitalized him. Maybe Kanye needs somebody else to make the beats to revitalize him. We don't know.
Amber Rose.
Hold up.
She'll
No.
make the beats, but we don't know if she'll make the beats.
We can't.
The
No.
instrumentals will be different.
Listen, the thing about Kanye is that besides Dr. Dre, Kanye West is the closest thing we've had to like a Quincy Jones in hip hop, right? Like one day at this table, we're gonna have the conversation about producers and what being a producer means, right? Kanye's visions throughout his run, the college dropout, late registration, graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, all that. His visions, like he orchestrated all of that, right? So he was the mastermind. The difference between Kanye and Nas is that Nas has never been the mastermind. He's always needed, and damn, you I know you're gonna cut this.
Yeah, 'cause I got something to say to that too. Hold on, let's go. Keep going. Keep going.
As I started to smile hearing him say it.
Nas has never been the mastermind. Nas has been the poet who has needed somebody else to give him some direction.
Okay.
So Hit Boy was the direction for him this past year in 2020, right?
So here's my wait.
But Kanye has always been the mastermind. I don't think he has it in him anymore to be that man. I don't think he has that vision anymore.
But it's crazy because I'm listening to you say how amazing this guy is and how he can never muster up how amazing he was, though, bro. Like you telling us how amazing the guy was, how many visions he had. He may be able to tap back into the vision now that he's not in the
Yo, Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl at 43. Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Kanye got one more in him.
Why not?
Producing, I think he'll always be able to produce.
He probably gonna allow
I
himself
think his
now.
artistry days are over.
Done.
But even production
He's doing a mace right
You
now.
can't say that because
Like-
he might not even write his own rhymes.
King?
No, I didn't even listen to that.
You doing yourself an injustice.
Nope.
It's a fire album.
It's pretty good.
Sin doesn't like it, but it's fire.
It's not fire.
Fire is a strong word.
For a
bro.
gospel album. It's a gospel album. I haven't listened to a gospel album ever like on replay. I listened to the album.
Yo,
Yeah, so you
Griselda
have
is
no
gonna
frame
be.
of reference for gospel albums.
But
Kirk
Sin,
Franklin.
Griselda is gonna be on
Yolanda
Kanye's
Adams.
next album. He enlisted some heavyweights to stand next to him.
What?
Oh, you didn't know that?
What did you? Where
I said
did you hear
Griselda's
that?
gonna be.
Where did you hear that?
Conway, when he was on Joe Budden's pod, he was talking about going out Wyoming and laying some bars down.
I only
You know
listen
what
to
I'm
our
saying?
podcast.
Look, now he's interested.
Now
You see
he's
that
back
shit?
focused.
Oh, Griselda? Oh, okay. I'm back.
I think he's
Fuck outta
done.
here.
He's
Yo.
medium rare. He's not done, bro.
Nah, I think now that he's free of the sunken place and he, call Amber.
Call Hov.
He didn't
Call
want to
Call
leave.
Hov, okay? Call Hov.
Call
Put
Cudi.
it back in the fold.
Put it this way.
I don't like Cudi, but call Cudi.
Come back home. Act right. Hov kind of distanced himself after he got with what's the name? Kardashian. Anyway, Kim Kardashian. I'm a little drunk now. Now that you're rid of that albatross in your life, come home. Come home, bro. Get next to certain people. Or matter of fact, get Dame. Because Dame has always been quality control.
Well, he has been.
No, don't call Dame. Don't call Dame.
Hey,
No, no, no.
hey,
not?
hey.
No.
Why not?
Hey,
Why you can't call Dame?
That's like Nas not calling.
What's Dame gonna do for? Where's Dame at right now?
Everybody was their
Where's
best
Dame at
when
right
Dame
now?
was around.
That's a
Hands
fact.
down.
Like 20 years ago, man.
Doesn't matter.
Dame
Doesn't
in
matter.
2021.
You need a Dame in
Yes.
the room, bro. You need
Yes.
a Dame in the room.
You know
You
what's
need to
what's
find
What's
crazy,
the
bro?
last thing Dame has done?
You're
Get
the
blacked out by the industry.
nostalgic.
Figure
You're the
it out.
nostalgic guy, but you don't believe in nostalgia, bro.
Yo, one guy being a quality control individual who's gonna tell you the truth goes a long way. Who's gonna stand next to Kanye and tell me that shit is trash? Dame.
Jay will too.
The nostalgia
They
is
don't hit the same
captured,
like
bro.
Dame.
But I think if him and Jay could get back right now, I think that could revitalize him.
If he could get
True.
Jay and Dame back together,
Big brother.
There's nothing noteworthy that Dame has done. In
What you got
You
against
hate
Dame,
Dame,
bro?
I don't have anything against Dame. I'm just looking at
Who
it
do
like
you
it
like?
is.
Nas.
That's
Nas.
it. Just
That's
Nas.
it.
and Primo.
Nas and Griselda and Primo. The end.
Wait. I'm so behind the curve. Y'all got to bring me back. You said Griselda. Didn't they break up?
Nah.
No,
Okay.
that hasn't
still
happened.
Griselda.
There was some rumors.
Rumblings.
Greatly
Some
exaggerated.
rumblings. Yes.
All right. Speaking of The Rock and Dame and so on and so forth, Oschino of State Property fame has launched a podcast, and it seems as though the gist of his podcast is to get people who were on Rockefeller to come on the podcast and talk about Jay-Z and how much of a scumbag Hov is. First it was Beanie Siegel, now he has Dame Dash on there. It's getting a little ridiculous for me. My question to the roundtable is Oschino speaking facts, or is Oschino just being emotional? Things he's talking about, like, just send me $1 million, I'll be okay with that. Like when it was The Rock and we were throwing out the diamonds, you wasn't mad. So why are we mad in 2021? Sincere, you shaking your head over there. It seems like you got something to say. Talk to me.
Because there's always somebody. There's always somebody that's disgruntled. I'm a little drunk. There's always somebody that's disgruntled, like 10 years down the line, 15, 20 years down the line. Like, you was happy to take the ride at the time, and you knew or should have known your role, right? So, like, why are you gonna come back like 20 years after the fact and talk shit? First of all, Hov is the quintessential capitalist.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or hate it, right? It is what it is, right? If you're looking to Hov to make all the quote unquote right moves at every turn, you're looking in the wrong place, right? You can't get emotional about like, yo, he didn't look out for me, he didn't do this, he didn't pay me enough. Like, bro, he's a billionaire. You're not gonna find any billionaire ever in life that's going to not exploit the people that are under him. And that just is what it is. Now, if we want to talk about the system of capitalism and how it's built to exploit the people, you know, on the lower rungs, that's a whole other conversation. We can have that conversation. But if we're gonna celebrate Hov for the level that he's gotten to and the stature that he has, we have to also acknowledge that he got there by being the hyper capitalist that he is, and he along the way he had to exploit some people. That just is what it is.
I don't necessarily see it that way, but I'm gonna let Jure cook. Talk to me, Jure.
I think that Oschino might have bitter baby mama syndrome.
Oh,
Just a bit.
Coming in hot.
It sucks.
I
You
wasn't
were with
expecting
somebody, you don't have, you know it's over. Destiny's Child members, they all went on to do other things in their life.
Right.
What did you do? Did you keep rapping? Did you get better? No. You can't be mad at somebody because it didn't work for you. And I hate to see Beanie like this because he knows how much Jay-Z turned his life around.
Absolutely.
But I also feel like when somebody passed you the rock, I don't even do sports.
Pun
What you
intended.
gonna do with it? You keep waiting for somebody to help you or give you the alley. No. Sometimes you gotta dunk.
Even after he had to go sit, he came out of jail. He gave him ignorant shit. He gave Beans a verse on that
like
on
some-
American Gangster.
I'm feeling very excluded tonight. Me and you tonight.
First of all,
what
no.
happened? No, you said
I
you wasn't
reached
drinking.
out for the bottle. I asked. He was gonna put it back.
Oh, okay.
You didn't ask, Jure.
I shouldn't have to ask Ray.
Now this.
But you
Call
wasn't
my whole
drinking.
government on the
Doesn't
pod.
matter
You
what
see
I
this?
wasn't doing. You gonna
See, that's
treat me
why we
right.
don't invite y'all on here.
You gonna treat me right tonight.
You want him to pour it too?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
Yes. Thank you.
Ladies first.
I'll take it this
Ladies
way.
first.
So, Deanie, how do you feel about Oschino and his
Gotta do it.
feelings?
Thank you.
Ah, man, I'm forced to look at it from different angles, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here we go. Deanie the liberal.
You know, it's not a liberal thing. All right, let's say, I look at it like this. It depends on the position that Oschino is in life. You get what I'm saying? Like if, like he said, you have to admit, when Nas was coming for Hove, it was that whole rock that was on Nas's ass. Like it was, they had Hove's back. You know what I'm saying? And we're in hip hop, bro, where a bad mark on your record could knock you off the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So they did hold him down. They did help him maintain it. But this is Nas we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to that conversation one day, but this is Nas. So you got some wolves on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You got the gangsters with you. And they did what they supposed to do as gangsters. And I'm sure they cleared out a lot of beef for Hov. A lot of dudes that might have want to go at Hov, you're like, do I really want that state prop work too? You don't think no one ever felt that? Bro. Nobody?
So well, you acting like Hov don't have the ball work.
That's
to
not what
stand
I'm
up,
saying.
son.
No, Hov, come on, Hov is legendary. What I'm saying is this though. Like you have more money than God at this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're surrounded by a bunch of people that were at your side that don't look like they're doing the best they can.
Mm-hmm.
Where the money that you spend on lunch could change one of these people's lives. I think that's where Oschino is coming from.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate
Talk
with
to
that
me.
point then. Why didn't Jay-Z feel like these guys were viable enough to keep around? Because when the Rock split, he kept Bleak to this day. Bleak is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Bleak had a worse. I would say State Property was more popular than Bleak ever was. Am I wildin'?
Yes.
No.
I think so.
Bleak, no. As a total,
State
Bleak,
Property.
no. Bleak by himself. Bleak was only popular next to Hov.
That's what I'm saying.
Bleak
Like,
by
you don't think State
himself?
Property was hotter than Bleak? The crew, like that wave that they had, you wouldn't say State Property was hotter than
like
Bleak?
I love Bleak, but he don't got nothing hotter than One for PD Crack, does he?
Facts.
You love Bleak. Love is a strong word.
No, I like Bleak, bro.
All right, like Bleak, that's better.
He meant
I
that
love Bleak.
conversationally.
No,
girl,
I meant that for as far as who Bleak is, for him to be at Hove's side since the end of the first
Right.
album. Like that's,
Yeah.
I love him for that, bro.
Like he
I love
hasn't got
loyalty,
pushed out
bro.
the way. When Rockefeller split, Kanye he got taken with him. Took it with him.
Not to sound messed up. Some people serve a purpose. If you
I
get what I'm
feel
saying,
true,
maybe they
but
outlive the purpose.
Yeah, but that's my point. What about State Property? Did Jay-Z view them as expendable?
It was high school. This is my crew in
This is
12th
my.
grade.
There you go.
We graduated.
And they weren't.
Y'all can't come with us.
And then you make a great point, Jere. State Property, in my opinion, weren't ready to graduate as men. Like whatever they were doing at that time, Jay felt like whatever rooms I'm about to be in, I can't take y'all with me.
Because they had that Meek syndrome.
Okay.
Mm.
And you look at it like
Full circle.
they had the Rockefeller rub.
And they from Philly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They got to keep they from Philly. Oh my God.
Nah, but I love music that comes out of Philly. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, something about that city, it takes a lot out of them. But they got to keep their Rockefeller chains. They got to keep the energy. Why didn't y'all establish yourselves on your own? Freeway made a classic album. Most people who heard the album tells you it was a classic or near classic. Why
legend.
couldn't he? You know what I'm saying? Why did Beans fumble the bag? How did Beans end up in prison after the whole dynasty run? Why we not talking about that? But we talking about what Jay-Z didn't do for you? Why did Jay-Z view you as expendable? Why do people never take accountability for their roles in the film?
No, they definitely not. And that's the side of the angle I was about to get to. I said that's
Okay,
I'm taking it from
I'm
different
passing it
angles.
back.
You know what I'm saying? Does Jay-Z have to take care of anybody? No. But like I said, the money that he uses to blow his nose would change one of these dudes' lives. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you needed to borrow $100 right now, I'd give it to you. You know what I'm saying? If you needed it.
But you know you would get it back. That's the point. And it's not even that he needs it back.
Maybe Oschino could get a flip. Maybe you could give me 100, I'll get 200. I'll give you 100
It's
back.
not even just that. It's just like,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
What level of emotional connection do you have to these people? You know what I mean? Like if you just like met them on your ascent
It was
to
on the road with you,
superstardom,
touring.
all right, that's fine. But that's
They
all
had-
of that is work.
It sounds
That's
like they
work.
had a season in Hope's life.
They're co-workers.
You know what it is, bro? I might be looking at it still from the angle of like old hip hop, where it's like even though we're just coworkers, like these are my bros. You know what I'm saying?
State Property come up with Hov. Bleak
They didn't come up with him,
saying.
but they came up as
And
a unit.
Bleak
When
is
they-
taking
No, they
care
did.
of.
Hov was a superstar when State Property
That's
came
not
about.
what I'm saying. Is when you see State Prop, you see Hov. As far as like on tour, that Hov was the boss essentially. You know what I'm saying?
He's the boss.
The boss.
Right.
So if you
The
if
dynasty was 3 people, bro.
you right, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, if you was the boss and somebody was under you, and you see that this person's starving, and like I said, you have more money than Jesus.
But see, you
Christ.
looking at that from a sentimental perspective.
I am.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at it from like if that's the
You
bros.
see how?
you know
Go
what I'm
ahead, Dre.
saying?
I don't want to step
But
on you,
even
Dre.
but even from a sentimental perspective,
to me.
right? If I can teach you how to fish and you just don't want to learn, you just want me to keep giving you fish, I'm not gonna keep doing it.
What-
It's not like he's never helped them. He put them in a position to better themselves,
He had
and
a
they
clothing
didn't
line,
do it.
bro.
What's the
Clothing
what's the line, bro? It's like the drunk uncle in your fam, whatever. So you love him the same.
It's not
Yeah,
family.
to the line.
But
It's not
having
family.
love for
It's
you,
not. It's not Rockefeller family. Rock La
no, it's
Familia.
work. State Prop
Not
was
State
a fam.
Property.
They was a fam.
They-
State Prop.
BD Siegel is state property. He's a
And-
part of the Rock. He's the head guy. What are we talking about, Mo?
Rock La Familia.
He was the head. My man's. If I'm working with you, my man's is working under
All right,
me,
so,
bro.
so then,
But you my
by
man.
that rationale, then where do
got
we
something.
draw that line? Like my man's. I got to take care of all of them.
No.
I'm not saying you have to take care
You know
of all
what?
of them.
But think about Jay-Z's come up. Hov never had anyone take care of him.
He had.
That's why it's always been difficult for him to feel like he needs to take care of people. You ever notice that Jay always gravitates towards people who can build themselves up, and then he'll give them that push to get to the next level.
You don't feel like if you hit a lick right now, you would transcend to a different level if you had a lick.
I hit a lick. I didn't ask Jay-Z to give me the lick, nigga.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you had a loan a pause a big lick. This sounds terrible. If you got a nice chunk of money, couldn't you put more things in
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. I think sometimes it's like that. Like sometimes
But
they just need the
you're right.
the kickstart.
But they got the bread, bro. They were signed to Rockefeller.
With your man-
Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
Talk to me.
They had a movie, a clothing line, a
True.
whole album,
a record label.
a record label,
Yeah.
bro.
Split
what
between, like,
more
30
do
dudes,
you
though.
Want? But what I'm saying is, Jay-Z, unlike other people in his industry, he realized Jay didn't take no shorts. They weren't fucking with Hov like that. And Hov, even when Reasonable came out, he had to earn that, son. He didn't have Diddy.
right.
He didn't have Andre Harrell. He didn't have any of these people.
My point is arguing because you could look at it like the Ace Hood thing where he was falling down and Khaled said, I ain't helping you, you need to hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could look at it like that. But I say all that to say, like, for all the young dudes coming up in the game trying to get your grind, bro, like,
All right.
they're not your bros sometimes. They're your coworkers.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna push back against
Talk
that.
to me.
Because this is a good conversation.
I love it.
Dipset is the perfect example of what you're supposed to do when you get that rub. Why State Prop couldn't do that?
They're
Dipset got
not Dipset.
Dipset got next to Dame. Dipset got on when The Rock was at its peak, and Dipset transcended Rockefeller. Why State Prop couldn't do that?
First of all, Oschino's not as talented as anybody
but
that
that's
raps on Dipset.
But they had people with the vision to activate. Who was the person activating for State Property? You don't hear Cam and Jimmy crying about what Dame didn't do. They took the opportunity and they ran, right?
That's
And then they
true.
parted ways and they still ran.
And they still ran. Went to Koch, went to Alpha Distributions, and they stayed hot.
But what I'm
I
saying,
think
but what I'm
that's the
saying is
difference.
this:
Sorry.
if Cam was in the jam, I'm sure Dame would help him. If Jimmy was in the jam, I'm sure Cam would help him. If Jewels was in the jam, I'm sure Jewels is in the jam. Joint sound like
Yeah,
crazy,
but-
but everybody will help each other. I'm just saying, like, apparently, I'm not saying he has to. He don't have to. Nobody has to do nothing.
All right.
All we have to do is stay black
Go
and
ahead,
die.
go ahead, Dre.
But he could help him. You know what I'm saying? He could.
Nah. I think that's the difference between people who grow up in different demographics. Like New York is a hood, Philly's a hood, but we have a different mindset. In New York, we go-getters.
Yeah, we hustle.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything against Philly, but everybody that you keep mentioning are from these two places, right? So Dipset, State Property, same opportunity. Dipset is still relevant.
Like I said, Dipset is Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not about Dipset is
It's
Dipset. It was
bigger
the
than that.
mindset.
Mindset. Oh, bars.
Everybody from
Fam.
Dipset had their own like clean run though. Joel's had a clean run.
Yeah, but what did they do to get that run?
Oschino never had a
Took
clean
advantage
run.
of the
What
opportunity given to
stopped
them.
state property from doing the same thing?
Bro, a lot of people in State Prop never gave us.
It
never
could
gave
have
us
been
that.
a mindset. It was like,
It's like
you
eight.
know,
How many? It's like 8 people in State Prop. We
It
only
could-
got
it could have
albums from
been-
one. You
I-
got
you're not
answering
talented
the
enough.
question though.
But
They
whatever it is,
they could have put their best foot forward. You're
But
absolutely
they
right.
didn't.
They could have. So that'll be an L on them. But now that they didn't put their best foot forward,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Hove is an opportunity to help them.
Why should he?
He doesn't have to.
My point is, if
Because y'all was riding with me in a time where I needed y'all to ride with
he
me. That's
had
why.
beef. They rolled out for Hove. They got the record label, clothing line, movies. They were controlling the culture. Why didn't you capitalize off of that? Granted, you stood next to me, you helped me out. And because you stood next to me, you became bigger stars than you could have ever dreamed of being. Because y'all were just rappers. A lot of us didn't know who the hell State Property was until they came on Hot 97 and shut down Flex's show that night.
Big move.
But why did they get in that room? Because of Jay-Z. Why didn't you capitalize off of that? How do we know that you didn't backbite from back in the day? The same way you could get on a podcast and talk crazy about this billionaire 20 years later. How do we know you wasn't doing that 20 years ago?
behind closed doors.
You don't.
It's comfortable to beat up on Jay-Z. I'm not even defending Hov. I don't have a side in this situation. But I feel like we have to start holding adults accountable. Stop pointing to the rich dude to say you didn't help me. What did you do to help yourself?
You're right.
But you love Hov.
I do. I do.
I love Hov too, but right is right. I just want to say something really quickly to the people from Philly. This was not a knock. It was not a diss, because there is somebody from Philly, or two people that came out and did something crazy with their name. Gilly the King and Wallow 267. I love them. Gilly was in Major Figures. They had one song.
Shout out to Gilly.
And Gilly could rap
came
his
a long
ass
way.
off.
Shout out to Ab Lava. Shout out to Dutch and Spade too.
Right.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
whole,
Philly's Most
I
Wanted.
forgot Shorty's name, but shout out.
But
to
really, shout out to Gilly. You know,
came a long
every
way.
episode I'm gonna find a way to
Ball
get
work,
that.
Yeah.
ball work, Gilly on the
Ball
ball
work.
work.
Shout out to Black Thought and the Roots.
Now we getting into the meat of the discussion. Pause. Meg Thee Stallion made a comment. We'll be quick about this. That she said one day she's gonna be next to the OGs as far as women's rap goes. She's gonna have a career that's gonna place her next to the OGs. The internet got in their feelings about it. They felt some type of way. You know, I didn't, because I knew what she meant. I'm gonna be a cliche now and ask Jure what she thinks about Meg's comment saying that her career is gonna be next to the OGs one day.
What makes her legendary?
She said one day.
Oh,
I forgot. You got smoke with Meg. I definitely forgot.
No. I like Meg.
Okay.
But what's different between Meg and the City Girls? And you know I love the City Girls. And
Bars.
you know,
More
all,
bars.
Doja Cat, all of these, what are they doing different? They are all following the path that was set for them.
True.
Little Kim, Foxy Brown.
this is true.
They're not doing anything innovative or anything new. Okay, Meg, your knees work. You're 20 something. Your knees should work. I mean, what's
Damn.
and that's not a
They
it's not
work
a
well,
slight
too.
or a diss. I like
They do.
Meg.
Oh yeah.
But legend?
You don't think
Legend?
with her popularity, if she stays at this rate, she'll have a legendary career for?
She's not. There's nothing innovative about her.
Oh.
Okay, let's look at Beyonce, right? Beyonce took the Michael Jackson formula and ran with it. That's why she's a legend. Do I think she's the best singer in the world? No. She can perform her ass off.
Fair.
What is Meg
You don't
doing?
think Meg's knees are performance?
Them shits are gonna stop very shortly. If she's over 25, I give her about 4 more years, maybe 5.
4 more years of good knees?
She gonna wake up on her 30th birthday like, can
Whoa!
We'll have genetic enhancements by then. They'll
it's not
have,
gonna
like,
be busted. It's gonna be
bulletproof
breaking.
knees.
Bulletproof knees. As you're here, Dini, Meg, do you think she's on the path to being next to the forefathers of women's rap?
I mean, how can we say she's not? She's. I feel like if she's not already kind of up there as far as the legends, like as far as albums sold, as far as notoriety. I mean, let's be honest.
We're talking about
You talking about
innovation, skill
Or are we
level,
talking about just,
anything.
like, awards?
Are you talking about
notoriety and stuff
records
like that?
sold is going to make her a legend?
Well,
I mean, that's a part
TikTok
of the game.
might make her a legend. She might be a TikTok legend. But
It's not the whole game, but it's a part of the
Did
game.
female rapper?
Did anybody care about her album that came out musically? Nah, right?
and that's no shade.
Body,
But
yaddy,
no,
yaddy,
like
yaddy, yaddy.
Come on.
You don't want some of that?
you know you.
in your life? Yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Wow, bro.
She outside in the metronome.
You know, at some point that was coming out.
I had to. Yeah, I mean, like I said, not for me, but for the kids and for the ladies, y'all, they love that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately,
Whap.
you might have a point. You might have a point. When these 10-year-olds grow up,
I'm
Whap.
gonna shock some people.
Talk to me.
See, Jeray, you use the word legend. I have no doubt at all that Meg will reach a level, or could reach a level that can be called legendary, right? I think if she stays on this trajectory, she can reach a level in the game, right, where she has the singles, she has the Billboard spots, she has the magazine cover, she, you know,
Doing
all of that
interviews
stuff,
with
right?
politicians.
So like putting that whole package, that whole resume together, she can be regarded as a legend. My problem with it, my qualm, and I think most of the internet's qualm, was that she used the term OG. And OG is a completely different thing. OG to me means Latifah, means MC Light, means possibly, you know, Kim and Missy, Lauryn Hill. OG is a different thing, right? So she could down the line be somebody else's OG, a new artist's OG, maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the line. But if you're gonna frame it within the framework of hip hop as a whole, you're not gonna be an OG to hip hop, not in all of hip hop, and that's where I think the distinction comes in.
You know what? You're right. By using OG, she allowed the public to frame her point for her. Well, I feel like what she was trying to say was she's gonna have a career that allows her to be able to stand next to said OGs. I'm not sure if musically she'll ever have the body of work to be a musical legend, but as far as a pop star, a transcendent individual, she's on the path right now. Unless a major fall off happens, as an artist, we're gonna have to hear from Megan for quite a while. She's getting the covers, she's getting the clicks. These young girls coming up, they want to be like her, they want to be young stallions and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I think she's on the path to being that. But I think, and this is where it's the thing, when people like to make hip hop pop culture, hip hop is still its own thing. I think hip hop is never really gonna embrace her enough for her to be an OG or a legend or whatever the case may be. At least I feel like Nicki is the only person who's really validated on that level that can stand next to these people, because she has the raps. She has albums that you can't legit listen to and not hate yourself when you're done. You know what I'm saying? Nicki's the only one I think. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like Mulatto. I feel like when I listen to Mulatto, I feel like Mulatto has more of what I want from a rapper, female or otherwise, than Megan Thee Stallion. It's something about Megan Thee Stallion that the more popular she gets, and the more I remember how she was introduced to us and what she became, I'm not really buying her anymore.
She transitioned
quickly. She almost, like, I remember we talked about it on the Roundtable about her being an industry plant. I feel like she had a story that sold. She was a college girl who was trying to make a way to do it for her moms and all of that. Next thing you know, she's throwing ass. You know what I'm saying? Mulatto came in on bullshit and she stayed on bullshit, and you gotta respect that. That's hip hop to me. You came in how you came in and you stayed there. You make people listen to you. And to me, as a rapper, Mulatto is better than Megan Thee Stallion. She has a better voice. She has a better flow. She has better bars.
Yeah. I
think she's a person that no one is talking about enough, who can actually take the ball and run far. No offense to Meg, but hip hop, I don't think it's ever going to embrace Meg as being an all-time great.
Oof.
Ever? I don't think so, bro. And don't let that Tory thing go the wrong way for her. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it, bro. The longer this takes, the more I'm looking at Meg sideways, B. I gotta tell you. I'm not gonna talk about it no more, son. I've been behaving. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Staying with the women. Women's History Month is here.
On us.
You know what I'm saying? Meg. Jeray. She highlighted that we need to focus on other acts outside of the popular female acts who are just twerking and you know and doing things that is kind of one dimensional. So right now we're gonna give the full ice to Jeray. Let's talk about it. Women's History Month, women in hip hop. Who do you believe deserves that light that they don't get?
Well, like you brought up Mulatto, that's a good point.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, she's making a splash, she's making some waves, but she's true to who she is.
Absolutely.
She a thorough down south chick, and you get that. So I can respect that. As far as people that we don't really know, do y'all know Lady London?
Nah.
Man, sis is nasty. I wish I could pull up a
That's not the one
clip.
that does the freestyles, is it?
Yeah, she does freestyles. Really pretty girl, would blow your mind.
I think
see her-
you sent me her music, bro.
Me?
You might
Yeah.
be thinking of Tierra Whack.
No, it was a sister from Brooklyn, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure if she's from Brooklyn or Queens or wherever. I know she's
think
from New
you
York.
sent me the music, if
Go
I'm not
do my
mistaken,
due
Joff.
Yeah,
diligence.
please do.
Female rapper.
Lady London is
Got a soft voice. Like,
super
when I go,
nasty.
and it's and it's she
Nah.
raps like that?
Nah, she rap like.
Oh, you talking about those two girls who was doing the freestyle, and they from New York, and it was a light-skinned girl and a dark-skinned girl. And
Nah, they was dog nice. I know
it
you're
was on-
talking about. I know
on
you're
the
talking
bench.
about.
Yeah.
And if something about we jumping you,
Yeah.
them joints was nice. I know
Yo,
whoever
yo,
they are,
yo,
they need to start
they
coming out.
got it.
They are
Yo,
nice.
Cut a record.
For
with
real.
somebody.
Somebody find the name of them two girls out. They look like they were just in I think they from Harlem. They was in Harlem or Brooklyn.
They give me Brooklyn energy, bro.
Spitting, bro.
Yeah.
Brooklyn energy.
Tag
Go ahead,
team.
Jeray.
Nah, Lady London, I happened to fall upon, found her on Instagram, and she's just nice. Really pretty girl, like super pretty, model pretty. And
she
can
got
spit
bars?
what?
Wow.
Hurt your feelings.
I'm
On
Googling
Instagram,
that.
she has a bunch of little clips where she's just freestyling, like some of the old school beats, whatever. Sis is nasty. I can never pronounce her name right, but I like her. Her name is like Lekeli or Lekeli or something, 47. She's from Brooklyn.
Oh, I know who you're
that's the
talking
girl
about.
with the soft voice. That's what I'm talking about. When she raps in a soft. She kind of whispers a little bit.
Nah, Lady
Instagram.
London is ill. I don't know
She
about
nice.
no soft voice.
But her voice, she doesn't rap. She raps in like a soft, smooth voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she rap like this, like a girl.
There you
but,
go. That's what I'm talking about.
But she got all that New
But she's
York in
nice
her.
though. She's nice. I think she's from
Super
Brooklyn
ill.
actually.
Super ill chick.
But Shorty, you was just mentioning, she came up around the same time as 6ix9ine. It was like they had similar rap names. But I stumbled across her. I don't even know where. I think I might have saw her video on like one of those additional MTV channels. She's fire.
She's fire. Her last album, I think it's called Acrylic. Ill. She sings, she raps. You don't know what she looks like though. She wears a ski mask.
That's right.
And I think that's so dope.
Word?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
MF Doom type.
Do you
vibes.
think that's
A
holding her
female
back from being a household
Doom type
name?
of joint.
No, she's very different, like a Tierra Whack. And we talk about Tierra Whack so much now, and I would compare the two because they have very similar styles, but they're still different. I think she's covering her face up much like her did initially, even though them glasses wasn't enough. but it's more so you can focus on her music and not what she looks like.
Right.
That's a
she's, I
fact.
know, I can see from the little cutouts that she's a brown skinned woman, which is a whole other topic, and she's not the skinniest. So if she looks a certain way, you're not gonna pay her mind. Like I said, Lady London's really, really pretty. She's so pretty that you wouldn't think she's a rapper. You wouldn't think she spit the way she spit. Like she's not, I'm cute, I'm a be a thought, nah, I ain't none of that. Like sis coming for your head. And I like that. I like that she can do both. With female rappers, I feel like they don't get shine at all. They rap just as well, if not better, than a lot of these male rappers out, especially now. And they just don't get any shine. I don't like that. Especially here on the Rap Roundtable, I hear Meg a lot. I hear City Girls.
Wait.
Yeah.
Coming
I'm about to
you
slander
coming on
us.
here to shoot at us?
Nah, this one I told you.
Now this.
And
That's
then
not true.
Sin started it. So now I'm coming for y'all.
I
all
did.
y'all.
What did I do?
We've
started
talked
from the
about Shay
gate.
Noir. We've had Barclay
Right.
Nay on the pod. Shout out to Barclay
Hello.
Nay.
But how often do you do that?
We talk about people who make news.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talk
but
about
what
Lauren
about,
all the time.
But
We
how
had a
we
whole
gonna
segment
get
about
people-
what's her name, Rhapsody. We did a whole
Yeah,
album
Rhapsody-
review on an
and
episode.
she's a good female rapper. She's a great
We
female
talk
rapper.
about Cardi.
I feel attacked.
Cardi.
We talk about Cardi.
What I'm trying to say to you is there's so many other women out there, but
Right.
because they don't fit a particular mold, they're not coming out. Like Rhapsody can't just be a dope ass rapper because she doesn't dress the way the female rappers do right now.
I love that she doesn't do that. I love the fact I can focus
You
on
love
my
that.
music.
I'm gonna be really problematic right now.
Talk to
Uh-oh.
me. Let's work.
You know what? We getting attacked by our guest Dre at the Rap Roundtable.
Come on, sis.
But we have multiple times lamented the pussy rappers on this podcast.
Hey,
We
yo.
They rap about they pussy all the time. All they do is bar work about their vaginal prowess, and we're tired of it. I know Dini's tired of it. You gonna take this from Dre? We talk about these things,
I'll
bro.
take your man this. He bought me this.
But that's what
My
that's what
box
y'all
does
chose
this.
to. That's what you choose to focus on. It's more rap than that. That was the point that I was.
We
getting
want
at.
more
That's why I
females
brought it
that
up.
rap.
But they're there. You're not looking for them because they're not in the shade room,
That's why you here.
and that's why I'm here.
We waiting on T.I.
Okay.
Rack to give us that crack.
We was in a group chat just talking about that. What man, she gonna give us the album?
Listening
we
to
was
her
just talking about
freestyles. 2 back-to-back dope
Hello.
All
freestyles.
right, can I go?
that. Go ahead, Sam.
Talk to
All
us.
right. To Dre's point, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with being a quote unquote pussy rapper, right? If females out there, if you're proud about your pussy, then be proud, right? And rap about it. Fuck
Viscosity.
it.
This guy.
But the point is that there, I feel like, well, and I've said this before, there needs to be more balance as a whole, even in the male spectrum of hip hop, right? But even more so in the female realm, because and we had an episode that delved into this like eons ago, like early on. The powers that be are male, and so they get to decide. They are the gatekeepers in the industry. They get to decide who comes in, right? And so chances are that if you have a certain look and if you're talking about certain things that will appeal to the male listeners and that female listeners can twerk to, then you getting in. There's a whole slew of other female rappers and MCs, and I feel like we need to bring the term MC back. There's a lot of female MCs out there that are that are giving you stories, that are talking about their real earnest life, not just like the glitzy stuff, not just like the good days, but also the bad days. There's females out there that are talking about some real shit, and they just, because the gatekeepers are who they are, they don't get in, and we don't hear them, right? So not to say that there's anything wrong with a Cardi or a Meg, right? But if we also have like a Rhapsody or a Shea Noir or a Tierra Whack also in the forefront, that would be amazing.
A
That would be amazing.
variety, a blend, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You know what it is? Ironically, it feels like the bizarro coke rap argument from 20 years ago,
Oh,
where
yeah.
everyone got tired of the mafioso bars and they wanted something different. But the industry kept giving us the mafioso rap. The industry is giving us all this pussy rap when there's so much more women out there who deserve that shine. I feel like Tierra Whack, excuse me, these Casamigos. Tierra Whack to me is the linchpin, I feel like, for a shift in the culture because she is so good. One album from her changes the entire argument. I feel like Mulatto leans more Nicki with the pussy rap, air quote, than Meg Thee Stallion because, like, I believe her. Like, I feel like this is who she is. To me, she just give me fly girl energy. You know what I'm saying? And she provides that variety. I feel like we need to get away from the cliches, even like songs like WAP. Like, I'm not knocking WAP. Men love WAP. Don't get it confused.
It did what it's supposed to.
It did what it was supposed to do. But there's more to women than WAP. I want to hear about that. But I don't want the powers that be, the gatekeepers that I always talk about, pushing down the women with a message to give us more pussy rap. We don't want that. How
That's
many
a
different
fact.
ways can you talk about your pussy?
Y'all live complex lives. Y'all got a lot going on. Y'all are mothers, sisters, aunts, cousins. Y'all got life going on. We can hear about life from other perspective of just what's below your belly button. We can listen to some. Y'all can give us some different vibes. We love a good vibe. As long as the vibe is dope, it's dope.
Absolutely.
Well, then y'all should listen to women like Shensia.
Give us some lists. We're listening.
You hear?
She's Jamaican, and
Oh, I know I know you're talking about.
sis is
But she
ill
does
too.
dance hall. She's not a rapper.
Oh, but she still can rap.
She's like the
Because
female
she-
cartel.
But she can rap. She's done freestyles.
Does
killed
she
them.
rap, though?
Because you don't.
Because Meg can rap.
Please look her up as well, Shensia. Okay.
We'll definitely add it to the list.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I like her because she's multidimensional. She sings and she raps and she does and it's reggae, so it's different.
Gotcha.
And she's staying true to herself, but she's still nice. You can't deny her, sis. I mean, not just because, but sis was on the Shade Room, and not for her twerking. And she's one of those girls too, pretty wig wearing, big booty, all of that. But she's nice. You can't deny the skill. Like to piggyback off your point, Sin, there are a lot of female MCs out here, and we getting them confused with rappers.
Right.
You know,
That's
rappers
true.
are made at the table. You know, we can give you something to spit in the studio. But MCs can rap, they can freestyle, they can come out and just do what they gotta do.
Being a rapper is a profession.
Yeah.
Being an MC
Is a
is a
skill.
craft, a skill.
It's a craft, a
It's an
skill,
art.
right?
It's an art form.
And they're out there. I just want y'all to know that and pay attention to it. And as well as there's, you know, other people coming up now. Like you guys mentioned Shay Noir. I don't know her music, but I do know that there's a bunch of female rappers, female MCs coming out, and they do what they do. And not all of them show their ass, but it's hard for them to get on. I feel like there's a box in female hip hop. You're either sexy or you're not. And if you're not, we're probably not gonna play your stuff because that's the way the gatekeepers work. And the girls who don't necessarily dress like that got some wop too. Like don't
Indeed.
don't sleep on it. You know, just because I like to wear Jordans and baggy jeans don't mean I don't have any viscosity.
Okay.
The viscosity.
People, we're gonna wrap this up really soon. I love this conversation. Jeray, you have homework. We need a list of all those artists that you spoke of so we
Facts.
can do the
Indeed.
knowledge and be aware of what's out there. Before we get out of here, episode 26 has been a fun one. The mailbag, sincere. Can you let us know one of the comments that our listeners tapped in on? They kind of felt the way about our Hove and Nas discussion. Can we get in on that?
All right, so we have a comment on our YouTube. Go check out our YouTube, everybody.
Run it up.
Jared Hilton said, man, Nas had... So we basically had a quick YouTube video where we talked about the Nas song and the Hove and Nipsey song that's on the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack, right?
Go check that out.
Yeah, they both drop on the same soundtrack, dope soundtrack. But the fact that Hove and Nas was both on the same soundtrack on the same day is kind of a big deal. So we did a little video about it, right? So a commenter by the name of Jared says, man, Nas had a solo song versus Nip and Jay. What type of question is this? Face palm emoji. I think every great artist from the 80s, 90s can still spit. It all depends on the producer. Q-Tip would demolish anything Hit Boy does. Come on now. Hit Boy sound isn't his own. He takes from Ye and others. Nothing really incredible production-wise, right? Now, that kind of speaks to the inner rap snob. But I have to push back a little bit because obviously, yeah, Q-Tip is a god, right? But one of the things you said, everybody from the 80s and 90s can still spit. That's just not facts. That's just not facts.
Get the fuck
I'll be completely honest here. I'm wearing a Rakim t-shirt right now. This shirt is a quote from one of the rhymes from Know the Ledge, right?
Juice soundtrack.
Rakim had a song on that soundtrack. It wasn't very good. So we got to be real about this. Not everybody all the gods from the 80s and 90s, they're not still spitting fire in 2021. It's just not what it is. All respect due to the God out there. Rakim, you changed the world, but it is what it is, right? As far as Q-Tip would demolish, whatever. Q-Tip is a god, but Hit Boy is
on his way up.
He's creating his own resume right now. And Hit Boy is taking some of those, some of those things from the older generation, putting a newer spin on it, and still making some heat. And he's found a good partner in Nas. Nas has found a good partner in him. They're making great music together. We gotta look forward, man. We can't just always look back. And that's the rap stopped saying that. So you know what I mean? That is what it is. You were a little off there, Jarrett.
I got one more. We got to be quick about this. His name is Kareem. So I guess his name is Kareem. He says, I'm all for a debate, but that guy, me, is 100% biased with Jay-Z. I'm a Nas fan 100%, but I can't say Nas is better than Jay-Z at everything. He needs to be removed from the table for disrespecting Nas. Kareem, guess what? I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Hov is better than Nas. Come see me at the round table if you feel differently. I'm not moving. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta get out your feelings. And believe me when I tell you, the Hov versus Nas episode is coming real soon. And if you think you hate me now, at the end of that episode,
he's already quoting Nas.
If you think you hate me now, you're gonna loathe me. You're gonna want to come find me.
You
by
can
the end of the
hate
episode.
him now.
You can, yes.
He's already quoting
But
Nas.
he won't stop now.
I won't stop.
You can hate him now.
I can't stop. Sincere, we're running out of time. I understand.
Yes.
Josh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Josh.
Super producer Josh.
Real quick,
Yes.
we need to tell these fools too.
Get off my lawn.
Yes. So this is dedicated to all you young artists out there
Oh boy, the fingers is out.
who want to have it both ways, right? We just talked about how Meg wants to be an OG, right? I read some story about how NBA Youngboy, or maybe Trippie Redd, said that NBA Youngboy is the new Pac. Listen, y'all gotta get off my lawn, and you know why? Because
The fuck are you talking about?
I can't,
For real.
how many times do I have to hear you can't compare us to the golden era, we're doing our thing, our own thing, right? But every time I turn around, then one of y'all new little young motherfuckers
Bozos.
wanna compare yourself to a fucking Pac or a fucking OG. Stop that shit. Y'all can't have it both ways. Pick a side. Either you're gonna do your own thing and you don't care about what the old rappers were doing, or you're gonna uphold the older rappers as being the gods that they are. But if you can't make up your mind, get off my lawn. One way or the other. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know that our generation was the gods, right? But y'all don't want to admit it. That's why y'all get mad every time that y'all get compared to them. But y'all know what it is, right? If y'all ain't willing to admit it, then stop comparing yourselves to them, right? And get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 26 of the illustrious, the glorious, the unstoppable Rap Roundtable is coming to a close. Deanie.
Y'all been on our dick. Y'all love my style.
Oh wow, that's a great line for the.
You set the tone last episode. Take us home, Deanie.
Yo, we out of here. We got Jeray in the building, the rap snob. Jarvie, I know where to find us. The Rap Roundtable. The Rap Roundtable PC at Twitter. You know the vibes. Check us out. Shout out to Lane. Couldn't be here tonight, but you know we love you like cook food, brother. Super producer Josh, the Rap Roundtable. We out!